So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And that gets things running. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I think you and I can be sure that neither of us are going to present a serious challenge in trying to outrun Mickey van der Ven. This Dutchman is unusually fast for a defender, particularly the fact is he's 6'4". So I'm just concerned about his hamstrings. I know he's had problems in the past, and I just hope that doesn't go on to interrupt.
Skulls!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
Quality ball. Bellingham. Nicely shaped ball. It's played through for him. Shot at goal! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's really drilled it. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Neither side yet able to find the net. And it's Bellingham. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Hernus. Now it's Hullet. Played back in. Nicely spread. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Bale. Bellingham. Darren Fletcher. Gives it back. That's Rijkaard. Knocks it out wide. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Looking to go deep. Maldini tries to clear. And he's there to retrieve it. Hullet. And it's Messi. Costa Curta gets over and intercepts. The ball has bounced loose now. Scholes. Bellingham. Spread it left. And it's Bale. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Vieira did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
He had a chance to offload that left, so I think he's going to have to swallow his medicine on this one.
Oh, that's well spotted. Rummenigge. Bale. And the whistle goes for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here. 0-0 at the break. So, off we go once more. Both sides defensively robust up to now. This looks promising. Now, who's going to be first to this? Quick look, then... Oh, smashing header! What a wonderful goal!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
Broad smiles all round. It is indeed a fine, fine header.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
Yokohama F. Marinos are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Now it's Hullet. Oh, good-looking ball. It's a threatening ball. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. To increase the lead. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
Yokohama F. Marinos are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to...
Can he finish? No mistake! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
We have got ourselves a game here.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Now, can they get him away? Now it's Bellingham. Bellingham! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Vieira clears. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And it's Rijkaard. Nuno Mendes. He's in plenty of space here.
Barcelona really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Cleared without complication. And here's Raul. Raul stood his ground strongly.
Barcelona really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Yokohama F. Marinos clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly...
Tries a shot! Raul. 5 minutes to add. Nice interception, well timed. It's run loose here. Raul. And he can clear it away. And that is that. Barcelona can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're up and running. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, I really like this lad, Jules Koundé, a lot. He isn't the biggest, but he's known for having a big character that makes up for that. He's brilliant in boxes and he can outmuscle opponents that are much bigger than him. You add a little bit of pace to that and he's a formidable presence at the back.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Aubameyang! Look at the space here! Aubameyang!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Kante producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Always onto this, and it's made its way to him. He's through, now is he in? That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Looks to the other side.
That's a great ball crossfield.
Barcelona are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Searching pass is played there. Bale. And here's Mbappe. Bale. Koundé. Now it's Aubameyang. Now it's Raul. And it's Van Basten. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Bellingham. Rijkaard. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Oh, and a chance! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona! Van Basten at his razor-sharp best there.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Barcelona have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I think the next 5-10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Looking to play him in. Khan breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Barcelona looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Rijkaard. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Mbappe. Van Dijk. And we hit half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Barcelona are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Barcelona carrying a one-goal lead. Rijkaard. Cannavaro gets it away. Rijkaard. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Bale. And he's there to make the challenge. Barcelona just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. Passing nice and neat. Van Basten. Raoul. Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting.
Shot, surely! It's in! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Rijkaard cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
That has ended up in no man's land. Aubameyang.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Barcelona do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. And here's Raoul.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there. Aubameyang, and he's opted for the long pass. And here's Mbappe, played back. That's a cute ball. Oh, that's a fine interception. Now it's Aubameyang. Nice control. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And it's Rooney. And here's Mbappe. He's being urged to shoot. And smartly replayed. Raoul. And there goes the final whistle. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle. Now, Franco Baresi, still to this day, the ultimate benchmark for anyone of a defensive mindset, Jim.
Well, I'd be hard-pressed to name anybody who got close when it comes to reading the game as well as him. He leads by example, always timing his challenges to perfection and knowing instinctively when to bring the ball out of defence. It's almost like having a defender and a playmaker combined.
No, it's come to nothing.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Can he get on the end of this? Spread neatly. And it's Bellingham. And here's Mbappe. Now this could be a chance. And that's a dangerous ball. Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Costa Curta makes the interception.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
And that's been slipped through. Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's quick to get it clear again. Plays a sharp little ball here. Oh, that's well spotted. And he's got the beating of his man. Bellingham. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Searching pass he's played there. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Played out to the left flank. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. He is through here! Bale pings it across. Mbappe trying to keep this in. That's very neat. Bale. Jorginho is always scanning the pitch for targets. Bale's cross. He's done well to get that clear. And he's only too happy to take that back. And there's the end of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. Here we go again then.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Bellingham. And it's Jorginho. A probing pass. Now it's Mbappe.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Chouameni. Well, that is one way to stop him. Bellingham puts his foot on the gas. Jorginho. This looks promising.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Quarter of an hour into the second half. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
Good chap. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. And he is going into that little black book.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
So the most significant... Oh, brilliant stop from Pickford! And that's definitely not his best. Quality ball.
Barcelona are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Tries a shot! They've done it! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist? Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. So, the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Mbappe is there, and he's had a shot! It is a very, very good save.
Yeah, you can't blame him for trying, but that looked a little forced.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Oh, no joy this time. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. "1-0 as we head towards the end. Played out wide. Mbappe!
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. And the pass is intercepted. Nicely shaped ball. Haaland receives it in a good position here. And that will be it. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Yeah, it was a fairly stern test with very little between two teams that scrapped for everything.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So that's got things underway.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
This looks promising. He's free, he has got space. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Ronaldinho, and he shoots! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
La Coruña with the corner, there first.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And this is Luis Suarez. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Lovely, now then. Mbappe! And it's a goal! And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
So the first chance! It's there! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
What a moment of brilliance, control and perfect accuracy.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Barcelona grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
And that's definitely not his best. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Mbappe. Bale. And it's Fletcher. Plays a sharp little ball here. Suarez is onto this. Bellingham. Darren Fletcher. Barcelona could counter here. That ball looks a good one. He has found the way through. Big chance! Goal! Barcelona! And the comeback is complete. So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Rijkaard. Bellingham. And Hakimi. Bale. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And it's Fletcher. Oh, it's a promising build-up. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. The midway point of the game.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Barcelona head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Now it's Luis Suarez. Nakata. Fletcher, who has set up 2 goals. Bale. Over to the other side.
That's a great ball cross-field.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Bellingham. So we've reached the hour mark. Now it's Van Basten, and that is expertly dealt with. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. And it's Ronaldinho. Bellingham. Fletcher. Bellingham. Bellingham.
That's good play from him.
great ball, and he's in here. Drogba! It's in! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. An act of charity gratefully received.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Barcelona go 2 up and into a position of real big header! He should have put that one away.
Well, judging by his reaction, he clearly feels he should have made more of it, but he's looking very much like the big threat at the moment.
Adams. And it's Nakata. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well, that is one way to stop him. Conte.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Belletti. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Gerrard.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort, fall behind. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's down to business here.
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill about him, isn't it? Every time you come and watch him play, he seems to come up with more and more surprises.
Well, I mean, that's the key to the job, isn't it? Find a different way of doing the same thing. And that he basically excels at. He's fantastic. Once he comes inside, anything is possible.
And it's Jorginho. Now it's Villa. Rijkaard. And that's a good ball. Oh, this chance for a shot! There it is!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Villa demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Bale. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Hakimi. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Barcelona are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Now this could... Can he finish? It's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, how cool was
David Villa? Ruben Neves. Fermin. Now it's Hazard, looking for the run. Oh, that goes for a shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Bale. Half an hour played now. They've got to throw in. Cannavaro. Fermin. And it's Mendes. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Nuno Mendes. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. That's a nicely weighted pass.
You can think ahead, but not take your eye off the ball, and he did.
Cannavaro. Barcelona looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. David Villa, whose purpose now is to complete a hat-trick. Rijkaard. Looking to play him in. Not the most accurate pass. Bale. And it's Bellingham. And he's intervened well there. Fermin. And we've reached half-time. So your views on the first half?
Barcelona certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing. Keep imposing. Don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Barcelona ahead 2-0, and they are looking good. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Soboslai. Bellingham. David Villa. Now it's Bellingham. He has found the way through. And he welcomes it in. And the finish! Rijkaard gets rid without sophistication. Aimed beyond the defence. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Early stages of the second half, and still 2 between them. Jorginho is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Crosses it in here.
Barcelona clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
And it's Lopez. And he's cut it out. Cannavaro. For Bale. Bellingham. He's got away. Bellingham proves just a little bit too strong. It'll be a throw-in. Sara. Barcelona are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Raul. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. That is great defending, so alert. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Barcelona can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Can he get it through? Raul picks it up out wide. Incoming delivery. Big header! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are cruising away. It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Barcelona find a position of real strength now. Sara, Mbappe, Sara. Sara showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Barcelona are coasting towards victory. Now it's Mbappe. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Bale. Raul. Nicely shaped ball. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Oh, no joy this time. And time is up. Barcelona really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard on his day. Can he finish? And it's a goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So, a breakthrough already. That's a pretty loose pass. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And here's Kudus.
Oh, really well played.
Kudus! They've done it! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
And you can see he meant...
Big chance! Goal! Barcelona! Into the lead once more. A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
And now he has two. Boss tries a shot! He scores! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Tries from distance. Half an hour played now. And here's Mbappe. Spread it left. He's got away. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Barcelona with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. And the finish! Goal! Barcelona! And again they hit the front. Mbappe at his razor-sharp best there.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Batistuta is onto this. Perez. And the shot! It's there! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way and he just slips the other.
So all square and not for the first time.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Barcelona have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Pass somewhat off target. Bale. Bellingham. And it's Bellingham. Passing is crisp and sharp. Nice control. And he's shapes to shoot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Kudus has found the net here, of course. And it's Azar. Looking for the run. Out to the right. Swings in and climbs up big! It's hit the crossbar. Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
I don't need to tell you he got underneath it, and there's only one place it can go.
And he goes cross-field.
Good ball, that too.
Bellingham. And he's managed to get free. It's come through, and he's had a quick look inside. Beckenbauer is there, and he can get that clear. Knocks it into space. And he's gone backward here. Nicely aimed pass. Looking to play him in.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He has found the way through. Looking for a corner. Barcelona choosing to make the first change. There's the header! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Modric picks it up from the goal kick. Cruyff threads one in. Oh, good take in a good area. Raul, whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And Darren Fletcher into the last quarter of an hour. Now it's Batistuta. Rijkaard.
Benfica really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Oh, important interception. That's a little off target. And here's Azar. Oh, what a ball! There's the shot! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Corner number 2 then. That's a decent clearance. Perez with the... He's got tall! And somehow he managed to miss it. Benfica making consecutive changes here. Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Park Ji-sung. Great vision. Cruyff. Not the most convincing of passes. Oh, he's been caught napping. It is a corner. All hands on deck for this one. And that has been knocked clear.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
He's on it. Can he get away? Tries to pass it through. Darren Fletcher. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. And it's Cruyff. And that will be it. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Barcelona can always take more positives from a
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
I really like the look of this guy, Foden, who to me is a player who has a bit of everything. An eye for goal, quick feet, great vision, and a willingness to take on his defensive duties when required. Although he's probably best deployed out on the right, where his best attacks seem to emanate.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Trippier. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Mbappe. Fernando Torres.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Chouameni.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
That is ended up in no man's land. Fletcher. Bellingham.
You'll be disappointed with that.
Khan is there to clear. Fernando Torres. Now it's Foden. Bellingham cuts out the pass. Well, that has not gone well. And it's Gavi. Bale gets across to intercept that. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Foden. Pinches it off him. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Half an hour played now. Lovely, now then. Bale. Can he spark a counter here? Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Torres. Good read, needed to be. Bellingham. Darren Fletcher. Bellingham. Look at the space here. He's had a shot! Goal! Barcelona! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Barcelona have penetrated for the first time.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And he's managed to get free.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Taken back almost at once. And that's another good win of the ball. And he welcomes it in. And the finish! It's in! And they're at it again in double quick time. One. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. How would you review the first half?
Barcelona clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
Barcelona ahead 2-0 and they are looking good. Here we go again. Akanji. Caceres. And here's Mbappe. Caught offside that time. And here's Van Basten. And it's Fletcher.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Throw in. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. And he's intervened well there. Tries to pass it through. Mbappe! Barcelona still have the cards to affect this game. That's going to go a long way. And he's quick to snatch it back. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, super ball! He shifted it to the flank. Quick look, then... Oh, what a climb! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Trippier clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Played towards the other side. Played into space. Bellingham picks it up out wide. Barcelona are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Oh, that's fabulous. He's in space and looking for options. That's a bad place to challenge. What's he giving? The referee has given a free kick just outside the box. Bale looking to play it into the box. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. That's a pretty loose pass. Bale. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Conte, always on the lookout for any signs of danger. Conte! Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Raul. Strong running down that left flank. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, we're on the way. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, I get the feeling, Peter, that this guy, Michael Elise, will be very much on show here. He's, I think, superb in that position on the right-hand side. I don't want to see him moved anywhere else in the team because he's expert in that area. And I think the next phase in his career now is to start scoring more goals. He's already pretty proficient at that, but he's good enough to add many more goals to his game, and he could do some damage here too.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, that's a key interception. Pedri. Kagawa. And here's Batistuta. Pedri. And this is Batistuta. Short changes him with that pass. He's having a go! Good try, very good try, in fact.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Pedri. And it's Fletcher. Fletcher. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. And it's Fletcher. That's a good ball. Barcelona, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Pedri goes steaming forward. Hakimi. Now it's Mbappe. Nicely worked. They're urgent. Shot at goal! Goal! Barcelona! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Barcelona have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Cannavaro.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Olise. Barcelona are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Oh, it's come loose. Now, can they... And the shot! It's loose now and they... Oh, what has happened here? Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
He's shifting through the gears here. Rijkaard. And we hit half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. So your views on the first half?
Barcelona really have looked very good in transitions, so I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to remain patient and just wait for that chance to break again.
Barcelona leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting...
Oh no, this does not look good. He's had a shot! Oh, taken with style. They are right back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can come into it, and it didn't.
Can he finish?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking to play him in. Plays a sharp little ball here. Good chance here! Dealt with nicely by the defence. Now it's Kagawa. And the chance, surely! Oh, he's been caught napping! And we have our very first corner. Hakimi tries to clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well timed, excellent interception. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Batistuta! And that is doing no harm at all.
Nepal certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And he's in on goal. Rooney tries a shot. It's loose. Oh, it's fallen loose again. Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Ronaldinho fully appreciates that. He could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Played out wide. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the cross comes in.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now he's got space here, and that's been slipped through. And this is Rooney. Oh, that's neat. Jorginho is always scanning the pitch for targets. That is very well defended. And we're done. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner, of course, but the crowd... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And we're underway.
A proven leader, a proven winner, and a talisman for both club and country, Peter.
Yeah, Gareth Bale is certainly all of those things.
You could almost say he's the perfect attacker, easily one of the fastest players around. And remember all that beautiful technical football that was done at speed, because he always had that pace in his game. And remember his aerial strength too. He was very, very good heading a football.
Rijkaard, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Looking for options for movement. Now it's Bale. Ronaldinho in acres of space out wide. Cafu has it in a wide position. Manchester United with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Thiaw getting this one clear. Ronaldinho! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he was there to get a vital touch.
Ronaldinho clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 2 then. Roberto Carlos goes short. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. And it's Ronaldinho. Manchester United finding their passes. Cafu. And this is Bale. Thiaw did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Barcelona still without a single shot on target. Darren Fletcher, a good-looking ball. Now it's Van Basten, and that's a good ball. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And it's Ronaldinho. And this is Bale. Bale did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Van der Vaart. He's in a great position here. It's Gerrard! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Rijkaard. And he's forced to go back. And Thiaw. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Oh, that's an excellent interception. And it's half-time here. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So your views on the first half?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Gerrard. Mbappe. That's Rijkaard. Cafu. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's Gerrard. It's Van der Vaart. Bellingham. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Van der Vaart. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Now it's Van Basten. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Ambitious ball here. Mbappe is in a really good position out wide. Rijkaard. And it's Ronaldinho. Mbappe receives it in a good position here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into...
Great chance! It's in! Finally the breakthrough!
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. A 1-0 lead established.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now or try and finish it off?
Oh, that's a key interception.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Oh, nice touch. And here's Bellingham. Bellingham! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Kokchu. Oh, that's superb.
Manchester United really wanted that 2-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
And it's Bellingham. Ronaldinho, very much a man of this moment. No, it's not getting there. And that will be the final act. So in the end, 1 goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides...